Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. There are 60 new grants that were just announced ranging from $2,000 to $60,000. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly apply, how you can increase your chances of winning one of these 60 grants, which includes a template at the end of this video. So stick around. This is the best grant opportunity we've seen in 2023, and these grants are open to all US-based businesses. So let me dive right in. But first, thanks for subscribing if you're new, and if you find this information valuable, including our templates at the end, which will help increase your chances of winning one of these grants, hit the like button. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes in this video. Here's the grant program. Let me introduce it first. It's put on by Barclays Bank, called the Small Business Big Wins Awards. Share your story for a chance to win $60,000. And by the way, we will help a small number of businesses by reviewing their stories. So if you draft this and you want a second pair of eyes, or you want help crafting your story, I'll say more about that at the end. We would love some of you in the Skip community to win one of these 60 grants. The link to apply is in the description, and you can also add this to your Skip dashboard. Let me read the preamble here. Small business ownership can be rewarding, challenging, liberating, a meaningful way to live out your dream or play an important role in your community. What's your small business story? Tell us how you're making that dream a reality. What motivates you? How do you make it happen every day? That's essentially your story, but I'm going to show you some important examples in a second, which you should keep in mind. Winning stories will receive one of 60 cash prizes starting at $2,000 with a grand prize of $60,000. So once you're ready to submit, click share your story here, fill out your information, and you'll need to submit two things. First, a photo of your business, and second, a story in about 500 words or less. And I'll tell you why in a second. You shouldn't do the full 500 words. I want to jump to the official rules here to pull out. First, eligibility. Everyone in the US, you must be a legal resident of the US. You must have been opened or established prior to January 10th, 2022. This opportunity went live on January 11th. You must have fewer than 100 employees, and you must have an annual business revenue of $5 million or less, and you can't have won one of these grants in the past. Here is the entry period. Started January 11th, like I said. The last day to submit is February 28th. So again, if you use the link in the description, we will remind you to submit. Our goal is to get most of you watching to submit an entry for this. So even if you start today and you forget, we're going to remind you to get it in. Judging is the first 2 weeks of March. Public voting is the first 2 weeks of April. Winners are notified at the beginning of May. So a few months lag, as we see with all of these grant programs. Now, what should be in the story? I'm going to show you examples in 30 seconds, but here are a few tips to keep in mind. Be authentic. Tell us how you're making that dream a reality. What motivates you? How do you make it happen every day? Including examples of your perseverance, creativity, or passion, and the impact or inspiration you have on others and your community. Okay, let's dive into some examples. I want to show you a couple past winners. So when you're writing your 400 to 500 word submission, you have some ideas in mind. Plus, I'm going to pick out some current entries that I think are good examples and share with you a template. So if you go to meet past winners here on the application page, they have two examples of past grand prize winners: Ashland Birth Center and Frank's Gourmet Hot Dogs. So you can watch these videos to see their story, how they present themselves. For the Ashland Birth Center, here's their website. You can see their brief story, why they started the Ashland Birth Center. It's a quick read. For Frank Hot Dogs, they don't have a website, but you can check out their Instagram and see how they present themselves. Personally, what I find most interesting is when you scroll down here and you see the story gallery, you'll see current entries. This is really interesting. You can see what other folks have done, not only the image they used, and I think it's great when it's the person telling their story in a setting that's related to who they are or what their business is. So take a scroll through here, and then you can click on these and see what they've written. Now, not all of these are good examples. So what we did was put together a document with a few examples. I gave my analysis. If you want this document, when you add this funding to your Skip dashboard, you'll get to this summary post we put up. And under pro tip here, we have here examples of winner stories and a template that you can use. It'll open this template. Another pro tip, click make a copy to save it in your Google Drive and copy comments and suggestions. At the bottom of this document, we have 6 questions here that are prompts that you can think about. Let me read them right here. First, who are you and what do you do? Be very direct in a few sentences. Why did you start what you did? Start at the beginning, your inspiration, personal challenge. How has this business changed since you started? Seeing that progression, that trajectory, showing an example of perseverance or hard work. How has your life changed since you started this business? Bring it back to you. If you have a personal example, share that. How has your community been impacted positively as a result of the business you started? And finally, what are you looking forward to in your business? More of a conclusion section. And feel free to type your answers into this document. Okay, so that's it. And here's why I'm so excited about this. Well, because this story that you write, if you choose to go after one of these 60 grants, this story is very similar to a lot of grant opportunities. Once you have this story, why did you start what you did? Two things. One, that's a great story that the public should know about your business on your social media, on your website. Your customers should know that story. It's going to help you grow your business, increase your revenue. And two, you can use it for future grant applications, future business plans, etc. So this is really important. So if you apply for this, leave a comment below. Maybe in the comments you want to share a little blurb about your story. Try to crowdsource some feedback here. And for the next few days, we are going to help a very small number of businesses who are applying for this. At the top of this template, you have that option. We'll review your story and photo before you submit over 2 15-minute phone calls approximately. We'll take a look at your initial draft and your final draft before you submit. If you want a second set of eyes, only $44. Again, very small number of spots, and if you use the promo code 60K here, basically click the link, add in the 60K, click apply, and you'll see the 50% discount, $44, to get help with this submission that you can use not only for this grant, but for future grants for your website, social media, etc. We're probably going to book up there in the next day or two. So if it's something you're interested in, consider it. That being said, the main link for this is in the description. Most importantly, good luck on this. Would love to hear if you apply. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.